So in the last lecture, we have studied working of auto engine. Okay. And now today we are going to discuss about efficiency of the auto engine. So in case of calculation of efficiency of auto engine, here is the point, that is efficiency of auto engine. So let me take a pen. So efficiency of any engine, that is the auto engine or anything, is nothing but eta is equal to output divided by input. That we know very well. But in case of calculation of efficiency of auto engine or auto cycle, just recall the concepts which we have learned in the last lecture. Okay, so it is very similar to the calculation of efficiency of Carnot's engine, basically Carnot's heat engine. Here also, in calculation of efficiency of auto engine, here also we have to consider 1 gram of working substance. Okay, so let Q1 be the heat supplied by combustion, which is given by Q1 is equal to CV into T3 minus T2. Okay, CV is the specific heat at constant volume. If you remember the 4 strokes of auto engine, you will come to know the meaning of Q1, CV, what is T3 and what is T2. Okay, so this is the next step. That is, we came to know what is Q1. So here, Q1 may be considered as input. Okay, so I shall write here input, where CV is the specific heat at constant volume. Okay, then the heat Q2 rejected is given by Q2 is equal to CV into T4 minus T1. Okay, so the next step. Now, here we know very well that eta or efficiency is equal to work output divided by work input, or simply efficiency of any engine is the ratio of work output divided by work input. So here, which is equal to work output can be calculated as Q1 minus Q2 simply in the numerator divided by Q1. Okay, so work output can be obtained as the difference between input heat energy and output energy, that is rejected heat energy. Okay, divided by work input, that is Q1. So which is equal to, we know very well that Q2 minus Q1 upon Q1. So this Q1 upon Q1 is equal to 1 minus Q2 upon Q1. So this Q1 remains in the denominator of this Q1, which is present in the numerator, and also the Q1 is remaining in the denominator of this Q2 also. Okay, so which is Q1 is the common. So 1 minus Q2 upon Q1. So this is simple mathematics. So which is equal to Q1 minus Q2 upon Q1. Therefore, this eta is equal to 1 minus, we know the value of Q2, which is over here. So Q2 is equal to CV into T4 minus T1 in the numerator divided by the value of Q1, which is here in this first equation. Of course, I have not given the equation number, so you can recall the values of Q1 and Q2 respectively. So here eta is equal to 1 minus EV into T4 minus T1 divided by CV into T3 minus T2. Okay. So after that, which is equal to, that is the left hand side is equal to eta is equal to 1 minus, if you remember the earlier step, this is CV upon CV. So ratio of same quantity is equal to 1. You know very well that. Therefore, they can be cancelled out. So 1 generally we don't take in the calculation. So 1 minus T4 minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2. Okay, so this is first equation. Now, if you remember the indicator diagram of the auto engine, According to indicator diagram, now AB is an adiabatic process, that is fast process. And for adiabatic process, using or recalling the adiabatic relations, we know very well that T1 into V2 raised to gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 into V1 raised to gamma minus 1. Okay. So here gamma is the ratio of specific heats of working substances. Okay. And the gamma, according to earlier chapter, gamma is equal to Cp divided by Cv. So it is the ratio of specific heat at constant pressure to the specific heat at constant volume. So T1 upon T2 is equal to V1 upon V2 raised to gamma minus 1. Okay. So this step we have modified, and at LHS T1 upon T2 is equal to V1 upon V2 raised to gamma minus 1, which is equation number 2. Now the things are simple. Similarly, as we have calculated the value of T1 and V1 using adiabatic relation, that is adiabatic process along AB. So here CD is also an adiabatic process, if you remember the indicator diagram. Okay. So according to indicator diagram, CD T3 into V1 raised to gamma minus 1 is equal to T4 into V2 raised to gamma minus 1. So here T4 upon T3 is equal to V1 upon V2 raised to gamma minus 1, which is equation number 3. Okay. So just move on to the earlier slide where this is Otto engine, that is pivot diagram of Otto engine. Okay. So here A and B, this is adiabatic compression process, and this is C and D. Okay. So according to this diagram, indicator diagram, we have calculated relations, adiabatic relations for AB and for CD. Okay. So we got equation number 2 and equation number 3. Okay. So from equation 1 and 2, which is equation number 1? This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Now from equation number 1 and 2, we can write T4 upon T3 is equal to T1 upon T2, which is also equal to T4 minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2. Okay. So from equation 1 and 2, again I shall repeat, T4 upon T3 is equal to T1 upon T2, which is equal to T4 minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2, which is equal to V1 upon V2 raised to gamma minus 1. So we got the substitution. So using this result in equation number 1, we get eta is equal to 1 minus V1 upon V2 raised to gamma minus 1. Therefore, which is equal to eta is equal to 1 minus 1 upon rho raised to gamma minus 1, equation number 4. Here we have substituted rho, where rho is adiabatic compression ratio, and therefore rho is equal to V2 upon V1. Okay. So here V1 upon V2 is there, but rho is equal to V2 upon V1. So just you have to remember these things. Hence, this equation number 4, that is eta, is equal to 1 minus 1 upon rho raised to gamma minus 1, equation number 4. And this rho is V2 upon V1, which is nothing but the adiabatic compression ratio. Thus, the efficiency of Otto engine is generally much less due to turbulence, acceleration, thermal conduction, etc., which are usually present. Okay. So this is all about the calculation of efficiency of Otto engine. Okay.